Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so, in this video, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit more in depth about the Pixel 7a, right? As you guys know me, I have my Google devices, right? Pixel 6, Pixel 7, and I do have the 6a, but it's smashed. It's actually smashed. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Let me get it real quick, so you guys can see I have one. There you have it, Pixel 6a. Of course, screen is smashed. Now you guys can see it. But anyways, the whole purpose of talking about this is the 7A and how the 7A actually is bumped up from the 6A. So we're looking at the price tag of $499, and some people have some reserved, emotions about it. And I was feeling the same way a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, this is gonna totally undercut, the Pixel 7, because the specs are nearly the same. See, the thing is with the 7A is that it's not using a like a mid-range budget processing chip, right? It has the same chip as the flagship models. So it has a Tensor G2. It stepped up in the camera department, which is one noticeable step up. The camera department for the Pixel 7a has newly upgraded camera sensors, and so there's that. Last year with the 6A, there was just massive complaints about it being 60 hertz refresh, right? I think MKBHD was like the one that kind of outlined that, and then just a lot of people took to social media complaining like only 60 hertz. And there was even that time where people were like modding this phone. They were getting in there and just like forcing the refresh rate to go higher, and of course it was causing some issues and things like that. So there's a couple of things you just got to keep in mind when it comes to that. So right now we know that the Pixel 7a, the rumors are gone because it's been unveiled and it's currently available right now, and it's $499 for the phone. So about 500 bucks. $50 bump up from last year's Pixel 6a at 449. Now, when you're asking for things to be put into a device, especially the mid-range A series of Google phones, and you can't really, expect the price to stay the same. Of course, they're gonna raise it up, some. At least in this case, $50. You know what I mean? They could have done like 549 for the phone and just bumped it up to $100 more. But of course, you're kind of seeing the effects of the price rise, like on Google Fi with their 2-year subscription, rather than it being like, 199 for the phone or $209. It's $249 if you were to go that route. Still significantly cheaper than $499. If you go to Best Buy and places like that, you can get it for $449 if you activate it on the service plan. Or you can get it at $499. I think there's like a kickback of like a $50 gift card. So you have those options. I think it was Verizon. If you port your number into Verizon, you get the phone for free. Of course, bill credits apply on your bill. And I think AT&T does it for like 200 bucks. So already there's going to be some sort of sales. And in the next couple of months during summer, there might be some sales like a $50 savings on it or something like that. So you're not necessarily going to like have to buy it at $499. There are other options that you can get it at a much cheaper price. I think the big complaint here that a lot of people are saying is that it's very closely similarly spec to the Pixel 7, and that could cause some issues. People kind of looking at it like, well, I'll just spend $100 more and get the flagship. But then again, you got to look at it from a different perspective, right? Playing devil's advocate here, you can get something very similarly spec to the Pixel 7 and get it for $100 cheaper at $499. Now, yes, the Pixel 7 has gone down in price a few times on sales where it went down to $449, it went down to $499. I mean, phones are always going to have some sort of sales to get people to buy them. That's the whole point. They want to move these products. And if they can come up with promotional sales and things like that, then it's good on them that they're able to do that, make the sale, sell the phone, get rid of stock, make room for the next coming in. And especially right now, I would guesstimate that the Pixel 7 is going to dramatically go on sale here soon because they're going to want to move as much inventory out and free up some space for the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro that's coming later on fall this year. So with that being said, the Pixel 7, while I looked at it like, man, it's so close to the Pixel 7, like it might be hard to market this thing, but at the same time too, it's newer, right? So it's going to get a little bit more longevity than the Pixel 7. The 7 released in 2022, the 7a in 2023. So it'll get that additional 6 months support when it comes to Google's OS support, which is 3 years of OS support, 5 years of security patch. So yeah, it's got a little bit more life on it than the Pixel 7. I think for me, one of the things is because I'm always I like to rock my phones like this. I do, and some people might say, "Hey, you're stupid. You're gonna end up breaking it." Of course, I got a screen protector on the screen, but the back is made of glass, and I guess the reason that the Pixel 6a wasn't so much of a worry for me was because this back is plastic or glastic, what people are calling it. Comparing it to the Pixel 6, not too far off, but me, less worry of dropping this versus dropping this. This will shatter. This, no, it may get scraped, scuffed up, or anything like that, but it's not going to shatter. And the Pixel 7a follows the same thing. It's got this plastic back to it, even though it has wireless charging. So that's pretty interesting, right? Because a lot of people were made to believe that you had to have a glass back phone in order to have wireless charging. But in this case, you don't. And I already knew that you didn't because the Nexus 7 2013 tablet had wireless charging and it had a plastic back. So go figure. I'm kind of happy, kind of cool that the Pixel 7a is out. I wish I had it in hand to show you guys and do some in-depth reviews, but there's a lot of YouTubers that's already doing that right now. I guess my thing is just really just kind of sharing with you guys my thoughts on it. Do I think that it's a terrible device? No, I don't. And while it in some ways does undercut the Pixel 7, in my book, that's a good thing. It's a good thing because the Pixel 7 is on its way out the door anyways. Time for it to go. Now, if you don't want to get the 7a, and you don't want to get the Pixel 7, then also that's kind of pushed down prices on guys like the Pixel 6. The Pixel 6, you could probably get it for like $200, maybe $250 at most. Maybe $299, if you want it brand new out of the box. But point is, you can get this thing a lot cheaper now that the 7a is out. And yeah, it has a Tensor G1, so it doesn't have the Tensor G2. But, one thing that I can say about Google Pixels that's pretty much solidified its reputation is that they get better over time. So while this phone, has been out for a couple of years, the performance and everything is still stellar on it. It does very, very well. I'm just saying. So anyways, that's just my quick thoughts about the Pixel 7a. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And if you went and picked one up, let me know how you feel about it. Definitely love to know. Thanks for checking out this video. Talk to you on the next one.